So something you hear about when we get a new president is how they're going to fix the economy. Now, an American economy is characterized by two things that shows it's good. If there is full employment, which means everyone that can work is working, and low inflation. Inflation meaning the value of our currency. For example, if inflation's too high, our dollars can't go as far. You can't buy as much as you used to be able to. Now, two different branches kind of affect how the economy goes. So one of them is the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve makes monetary policy decisions to control the supply of money and credit to expand or contract economic growth. And that's a fancy way of saying if there's too much money in circulation, they'll pull some out so it doesn't devalue. If there's not enough, they'll put some in. They find that balance. Something they also do is they control interest rates on money. So think of the Federal Reserve as a bank for the banks. Now, the way they promote economic growth is that they will lend out money at low interest rates. And a low interest rate means you're not paying back as much. The banks take that money, lend it to people, and then people spend it and make new business. But you don't want to keep the economy growing too big too fast. If it grows too big too fast, then inflation is going to devalue the currency. So if the economy is doing too good, the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates and actually make it harder for people to borrow money. So controlling the money supply to protect our currency from devaluing. And you keep hearing our current president in 2020 wanting the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates to encourage business, but it's kind of a big dispute with them. And the president and Congress also control how the economy goes. Fiscal policy decisions determine the levels of government taxation and spending. Fiscal policy is just a fancy way of saying what you're going to do with the money. All right, so we all know the government decides taxes. Now, some presidents like to tax a lot of things. Now, with a lot of things getting taxed, that means there's a lot of money reserved just in case stuff goes wrong. You get tax money to go to schools, hospitals, daycare programs, health insurance for people who are low income. Okay, so sometimes taxation is good, sometimes it's bad. A lot of people believe taxation can be a new burden on business. And the government also decides how the collected tax money gets spent. Does it go to military? Does it go to education? Do you spend money on supporting businesses so they can keep making money? So it's really out of our common people's hands about how the American economy goes. We just know that we want to benefit from it rather than suffer from it.